This is the Dave and Shecky Show. We got this groovy podcast for ya. Reviewing crazy tunes or quoting Twain and Sting and Dune. We'll bring ideas to share like bonus points for extra flair, cause it's the frickin' Dave and Shecky Show. This is the Dave and Shecky Show. We're bringing you this groovy review. We might preview movies, bake some bread, or drink some smoothies. So come on, have way too much caffeine. You roll up some rivers, I'll reference some Raffy. This is the Dave and Shecky Show.
Hey there. Hey, did you call? I'm calling you back.
Oh, I did call, as a matter of fact.
You did?
Yes.
Well, this is, you know who I am, then, obviously.
Well, actually, I was going to say I placed several calls today, so if you could just enlighten me as to which one you are, I'd be happy to.
You are annoying my guard dog.
I see. Well.
Okay, now that that's over with. Oh, boy, you have annoyed the dog.
I think perhaps you've annoyed the dog.
Let me call you back. I got to take care of something.
Oh.
Okay, yes, I'm calling you back.
Oh, okay. I didn't even hear the phone ring. That's so
because I have a new invention that I sell. That's one of the things I sell, but that's not why I'm calling you.
Okay,
I have a different business.
Okay.
And this is Bobby's Botanicals and Toboggan Repair.
I see.
Apparently, you are my first customer.
Uh-huh. Well, as it is the winter season, perhaps I called you about toboggan repair. However...
You sure I can interest you in a fine botanical?
Well, you know, it is about
product.
3 degrees. Oh, product.
The botanical product.
I see. Are you,
You know, like candles and stuff. You know, religious product. You know, incense that's called money.
What?
What? You want some incense called money?
Incense called money. No, I just prefer the sandalwood occasionally. But I'm not into any of the weird smells like, say, the Nag Champa.
Oh, no, we don't sell that. That's for hippies.
Thank God.
We got stuff that brings you money. You burn this and it's supposed to bring money. That's why it's called money.
All right. Well,
we have another one that attracts women, but I'm not going to tell you what that one's called.
Is it called women?
No, unfortunately, It's more vulgar than that.
I see.
Anyway, yeah, we're very literal with our sense.
I see. Well, good for you. I hope that works out for you. I don't need any botanical products.
Can I stop off at Seatown for you and pick up some no-name brand soda?
Well, you know, I live in upstate New York now, so Seatown is quite a haul from here.
How about some 99-cent cat litter?
No, but I used to frequent the Goya aisle in Seatown.
Ah, Goya aisle.
They had a lot of the...
I like a Libby's.
Why?
Because I like a papaya nectar.
Uh-huh, okay.
Who let that guy in here? Get that guy out of here. He's a homeless Japanese guy. What the hell is this?
Well, I'm going to cut this portion of the show right now because it went nowhere.
Whoa. We still haven't talked about your toboggan.
I don't have a toboggan, which is why...
Well, I don't sell toboggans. I repair them.
Well, I don't have one to repair.
What kind of a maniac would sell a toboggan in this day and age?
I don't know. Perhaps there are people who sell them.
Ah. Well, when you find them, tell them that the customers should see me when they break.
I feel like if a toboggan breaks, if I'm not mistaken, it's just pretty much one sheet with a curl at the end. So if that breaks,
there is rope and cushions involved.
Oh, okay. Well,
you have to have rope and cushions. The rope steers and cushions prevents you from hurting yourself.
I see. Well,
You know what the toboggans always lacked? Brakes.
Brakes.
What is that? What kind of a device is this? No steering and no brakes.
I think it's a primitive snow
Who invented
device.
this? Indians?
I don't know.
That sounds Indian. Toboggan.
Does it?
Toboggan or not toboggan?
Are you trying to get me to look up the origin of toboggan?
Never. Trinidad and Toboggan. That's the name of my store. We sell Trinidadian botanicals. And if this hasn't got everyone to tune out already, I don't know what will.
Why is that something that you are aspiring to?
I don't know. It's just absolute nonsense. Probably 5 minutes of utter nonsense.
It is a simple sled traditionally used by children. It is also a traditional form of transport used by the Innu and Cree of northern Canada.
What is it? It's like an Eskimo device. I knew it. Do you knew it? What's that yellow thing?
That's called a bum slider. Now, I will say that once again, you are not allowed to look at the screen during the shows.
Well, that's a gem. I mean, a bum slider?
It's a bum slider.
I thought those were called flying saucers.
No, because those are the round ones. Those are the disc ones.
I can't see it clearly, and I'm not allowed to look further.
You shouldn't be looking.
I'm not looking.
This is in the shape of an ass.
Oh, they should call it the Betty Boop.
Okay. That would be Betty Boop's face.
You know.
All right. Are we done?
Yes.
Should I edit all of this out?
Yes.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 102?
That sounds about right.
Episode 102 of the Middle-Aged Cool Kids super terrific podcast featuring your pals
Decaf Rob and Venetian Jenny.
Okay, and where did you come up with these?
That's off the top of my head, baby.
Groovy.
All right.
Venetian Jenny. Am I from Venus or am I from Venice?
I think you're from Venice.
I see.
And you're like a blend of quality beans, coffee beans.
I see.
It's a Venetian blend.
Which Venice?
I am Decaf Rob because I have had one too many nights over the line.
Mm-hmm.
I was not always Decaf Rob. I was once Cocaine Bobby.
Okay, well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway, we are, like I said, episode 102. I'll be embarrassed if it's not 102, but I'm pretty sure it is. And today we're going back to our year series.
Wonderful random series.
Yes, where we just pick a year and discuss it. We've previously done 1969 and 1985.
Hey, we're fucking hip, man.
So,
what is this, a Bryan Adams song?
This is going to be all about 1977.
3, 2, happy 1977!
Hey now, I got 3 things for you.
All right.
Star Wars. Boom. Son of Sam. Boom. Brick House. Hiya!
Wow. Well, that concludes this episode of the Middle-Aged Cool Kids Super Terrific Podcast. We're supposed to ease into things. You've just shouted out 3 huge things having to do with 1977.
Well, what else do we got in 1977? Jimmy Carter.
True enough.
Jimmy Carter?
Yes, Jimmy Carter is true enough.
Did we have a gasoline crisis, or was that 73?
Okay.
Come on, let me skip ahead.
Do you want to just guess everything, or should we discuss
77.
anything? I see.
Well, that was a good year.
For?
Music.
All right. Would you like to discuss the top 10 songs from 1977?
I would, but tell me something.
All right.
Is You Make Me Feel Like Dancing part of it?
It's not part of the top 10.
Well, maybe it's the wrong year, but any list that doesn't have that in that year is mistaken.
You Make Me Feel Like Dancing. I will go ahead with the spoiler alert and let you know
1976.
No.
8. Sorry. What?
You Make Me Feel Like Dancing by Leo Sayer was number 13 overall in 1977.
Oh, man. See? They just didn't get it.
It was not number 10.
Okay, well, Steve Gadd is brilliant on that track.
Excellent.
That's all I'm going to say. Now, what else I'm going to say is, you take it away.
Okay. So, you ready for the top 10 Hot 100 singles of 1977, according to Billboard?
Yeah. Now, before we do that, where does Rick Dees play into this?
Okay. This, David,
Huh?
you are killing me.
Dees nuts?
You are killing
I
me.
was trying to set up a joke for you, but okay, never mind. Go ahead.
We don't need a D's nuts joke
All
in
right.
every episode.
Sorry.
All right. Number 10. Torn Between Two Lovers.
Feeling like a fool.
By Mary McGregor.
Torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool. Loving both of you is breaking all the rules. Torn between two
I don't know who that is, but that sounds racist.
Mary McGregor?
Oh, I thought you said something else. Never mind. But let me ask you something.
I don't like you.
What? Who is she? Because I had never heard of that woman.
She's the woman who sang Torn Between Two Lovers.
Well, let's hear her background. What's her history?
She is an American singer, best known for singing the 1976 Torn Between Two Lovers, which topped the Billboard charts for 2 weeks.
2 weeks in 1976. That was a one long year for 1976 and 7. How is this 1977?
This is the 1977 chart. I
Yeah, but
hate
it
to
was
tell
on the-
you, but
Oh, so she stayed on the charts after she did that for 2 weeks?
that's right.
Hey now.
Okay, are you all right with that?
Footnote.
Are we going to spend 20 minutes on every song?
Probably.
Okay.
Who's next?
Number 9, one of my favorites.
What is
and
it?
I'm sure you'll shit all over it because
Who is this? Rex
it
Smith?
doesn't have Leo Sayer, or not Leo Sayer. It doesn't have Steve Gadd on it.
Oh,
Number 9.
you sure? He was on a lot of tracks.
Well, maybe you'll surprise me.
All right.
Number 9, Alan O'Day and Undercover Angel.
Undercover angel, midnight fantasy. I've never had a dream that made sweet love to me. Undercover angel, answer to my prayer. You made me know that there's a love for me out there somewhere. Yes.
So which song is this again?
Undercover Angel.
Oh, right. Okay, well, I will tell you this much.
Yes?
It's not Steve Gadd, but I
Okay.
believe it is Jeff Porcaro.
Really?
And I also believe it's Leland Sklar on bass. So put that in your pipe of session musicians and stoke it. That is Jeff Porcaro on drums.
Okay, I don't see anywhere where it says that, but I will defer to your musical knowledge. I love that song. That's one of the ones.
That song's a pretty interesting tune there, actually, because it's very poppy, but it has a hint of funk to it. And for 2 seconds, it sounds like a Stevie Wonder song.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Good changes in that tune.
All right. So you didn't shit on my.
No, that's a good one.
Okay. Number 8.
Yeah.
Rita Coolidge.
Rita Coolidge.
And Your Love Has Lifted Me Higher and
That's a-
higher.
Your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before.
That's some Southern gospel shit.
It is, isn't it?
Who's on that one?
That's Rita Coolidge.
Wait, who's the musicians? It doesn't say. She was Jim Gordon's girlfriend many years ago.
Oh, God bless him. Let's see. Mike Baird on drums.
Oh, okay. LA Session Cat. So is it Lee Sklar on bass?
It is Leland Sklar on bass.
Amazing. That guy's on everything. Well, so that's 1977. Number 9 and 8 both have Lee Sklar on bass so far.
There you go.
All right. What's numbers? Or was that 8?
That was 8.
What's number 7?
Number 7. Thelma Houston and Don't Leave Me This Way.
Don't leave me this way. I can't survive. I can't stay alive without your love. Oh, baby, don't leave me.
She's like what? A gospel singer who turned disco or something?
I don't know much about her. I just know the song.
All right. Thelma what?
Houston.
No relation to Whitney?
Don't Leave Me This Way was covered by American singer Thelma Houston in 1976. Originally assigned to Diana Ross, it was intended to be the follow-up to her single, Love Hangover, but was reassigned and given to Houston instead.
All right. Let's shuffle along to number 6.
Number 6, I Like Dreamin' by Kenny Nolan.
I Like Dreamin'. That one?
Let's see.
It's like a corny folk rock. Kermit the Frog should be singing it.
Oh, gifted composers, I know. He's done a lot of things for a lot of people. Songs for Discotex and Frankie Valli and La Belle. I'm so glad he's doing his own thing now. This is a biggie. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kenny Nolan.
He looks like he could be easily replaced by Kermit the Frog.
I like dreaming, 'cause dreaming can make you mine. I like dreaming, closing my eyes and feeling fine. When the lights go down,
It's poor man's Barry Manilow.
you so tight.
This guy.
I don't remember that song at all, do you?
Yeah, that's why I said I like dreaming.
I think you're hitting it on the head with the Kermit thing.
Yeah, I remember that one. That's one of those ballads that I actually didn't mind as a kid. I usually hated slow songs, but that one I didn't hate.
He's got on this clip from American Bandstand, he is wearing a green leisure suit. So it doesn't get more 1977 than Kenny Nolan appearing on American Bandstand, I gotta be honest.
I don't know what happened to him, but no, I don't really think I know his name.
Kenny Nolan, alive and well, living in Los Angeles, currently age 71.
He probably did a lot of jingles and stuff.
In the 90s, he wrote Masterpiece, which became a crossover hit for another soul band, Atlantic Star.
I've heard of him.
So, he sang a few songs, and then I guess he wrote a few sons.
All right. Well, good for you, Mr. Nolan.
Good for
Nice to
you.
know you.
Glad to
Kermit.
see you're doing well,
You Kermity bastard.
you Kermity bastard. No, I mean, I just could... He almost sounds a little like Kermit. Like, you could see Kermit singing the song.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's kind of funny. All right. Number 5. Hot. With the
That's not the
song...
name of a song.
No, that's the name of the band.
Oh, that's even worse.
The name of the song is Angel in Your Arms.
I feel like I know that one too.
Let the angel in your arms this morning be the devil in someone else's arms tonight.
Okay, now that's weird. I don't know what is that a country song?
No, it was just... See, this song was definitely on my...
That one I don't know.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Even after I just sang it so well?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you laugh?
Because it didn't help.
You just made me very upset.
Shush, there's nothing about your singing. It's
I
just
think it's
another
totally
activity.
about my singing.
Hot. Well, those people look like they're a cocaine band.
It's just 3 chicks.
Yeah.
Let the angel in your arms this morning. It's gonna be the devil in someone else's arms tonight. Yes,
No, it sounds like it should have been a Dolly Parton song.
Angel in Your Arms is a song composed by Herbie Clayton Ivy, Terrence Woodford, and Tom Brosfield, which was a 1977 top hit for Hot, also a top 10 country and western 1985 hit for Barbara Mandrell.
Yeah, because Dolly Parton passed it up because she was too busy working on 9 to 5. It's a genre-jumping pop smasher. Is Hot white people?
You sound like Butthead. Is Hot white people. Hot, I believe, was a multicultural. Hot was a vocal trio based in Los Angeles, California, whose membership was Gwen Owens, Kathy Carson, and Juanita Curiel. So I think
they're probably like all background singers. Some producer put together a group with them. That's my take. No woman would say, I'm putting together a trio and we're going to call it Hot. That's a man put that band together. Hot, I got a band for you. It's called Hot. Now here's your cocaine. Play the record.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Fair enough. I never heard it. Apparently, the song was taking the industry by storm for a 10-year period, but I never heard of it.
That's really weird. It was on my 77 KTEL record.
Interesting.
So it's not why I know it, but maybe it's why I know it even better, because that was an album that I played and played and played. I loved that record. All right. Number 4. Barbra Streisand.
Oh, Jesus.
Evergreen.
I don't know.
The love theme from A Star Is Born.
Oh, I guess I know it. I've never seen anyone do that with the headphone.
Love, soft as an easy chair. Love, fresh as the morning air.
Yeah, I heard it.
One love that is shared by two.
God, what's that?
I think it's Chris Christopherson.
With you.
I'm gonna shit it up. Guy can't even sing.
Like a rose.
He doesn't sing on this.
What does he do? Stare at her?
Under the
This is from the movie.
Oh.
certain that our love would grow.
What a creep.
I mean, the whole movie is that, right?
Oh, shit. I hated the movie. This and You Light Up My Life. No good.
Hey.
Yeah?
Hey.
Debbie Boone?
Pat Boone, Debbie Boone, but Didi Khan.
Everybody loves her.
If you don't love Didi Khan, you are a
You're a
traitor
fucking
to the
beauty school
nation.
dropout if you don't love her.
You're a traitor to the nation if you don't love her. I'm telling you right now.
Was she James Caan's kid?
I'll
Remember
call the
Marilyn?
police.
Huh?
What?
She related to James or Marilyn?
No, it's CONN.
Oh, like the saxophone. No.
I wouldn't know that.
No, I'm just guessing. It is the name of a saxophone.
Do you have anything to say about this song?
No, she's a great singer, but I got nothing to say about it. I hate this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Schmaltzy shit ballad.
Yeah, there was a good 20-year period where she was all over the place.
I like her more in the 60s.
Yeah?
I don't like her at all, actually.
I liked it when she sang, but then she it seems like she got full of herself.
I gotta tell you, I think the only thing I like her in is Yentl.
Yeah, you know what? I'm anti-Yentl.
Hey, Manny Patinkin.
Yeah, I liked him better in Princess Bride. All right.
I'm a big Yentl fan.
Are you
I
really?
modeled my whole upbringing, my whole childhood was based on Yentl.
Shut up.
So sorry.
All right. Are you ready for number 3?
Yes. These are really flying by, aren't they?
No, they are not.
Oh.
Number 3.
Yeah.
The Emotions. Best of My Love.
It's almost like rock the boat. Don't tip the boat over.
Okay.
Do not rock the boat.
What do you think about The Emotions and Best of My Love? I don't think it was on my 77
Emotions.
hotel.
That sounds like a group. That sounds like a doo-wop group that just kept going.
Years active, 1962. R&B, soul, disco, pop, and gospel. The Emotions are an American Grammy Award-winning soul R&B vocal group from Chicago.
Yeah, that's a band. That's a name that comes out of the early 60s. That's not... They didn't...
I see what you're saying. The group started out in gospel music, but transitioned into R&B and disco music.
The Emotions.
They were named by VH1 as one of the 18 most influential girl groups of all times.
What do we got next?
Number 2.
Okay.
Mr. Andy Gibb, I Just Want to Be Your Everything.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that song.
You're not?
No. Is that on Saturday Night Fever?
No, but it is written by Barry Gibb.
Now, which song did he have that was actually funky?
I Just Want to Be Your Everything.
No, he's got another one. Doesn't he?
This one sounds exactly like Bee Gees. The other song he has is Love is Thicker Than Water.
No.
It's this one is funky.
Is it?
It sounds like it's the Bee Gees.
Yep. This is...
For so long, you and me been finding each other for so long.
What? He was never in the Bee Gees?
No,
Why does he sound like the Bee Gees?
because he's the brother.
Take it from me. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. Darling, mine.
How much younger was he than the other guys?
How much younger was he than the other guys? I think he's definitely their baby brother by, let's see. Let me not speculate. He was born in 58.
All right, so he's 10 years younger than the other guys, maybe.
Let's see. Barry Gibb was born in 46.
So he's 12 years older than him.
Robin was born in 49. And Morris was born in 40. Oh, that's right. Those guys are twins. I forgot. Robin and Morris.
Well, who's still alive? Just
I think Barry's the only one.
Barry Gibb.
The oldest one.
Interesting.
The oldest one is the only one left. Isn't that a shame?
Well, it is what it is. Now, what's our next one?
Number 1.
You know.
Are you ready?
I'm thinking so, yes.
Any guesses?
1977, number 1. I don't know. No guess.
Number 1, Rod Stewart.
You make me feel like dancing?
Tonight's the night.
Ugh.
Come on, angel, my heart's on fire. Don't deny your man's desire. You'd be a fool to stop this tide. Spread your wings and let me come inside, 'cause tonight's the night. It's gonna be alright, 'cause I love you, girl. Ain't nobody gonna stop us now.
Those lyrics are horrible in that song. Tonight's the night.
It's gonna be all right.
It's disgusting. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
What are those lyrics about?
Tonight's the night. Everything's going to be all right.
Sounds like an old guy talking to a 17-year-old.
According to Dan Peek of America, Stewart's inspiration for Tonight's the Night was America's top 30 hit, Today's the Day. Peek recalls that one evening when he and his guest Rod Stewart were playing together in Peek's home recording studio, I played Today's the Day, the song I had been working on. Rod said that he liked it and that it gave him an idea for a song. Of course, after his recording of Tonight's the Night came out, I laughed when I remembered what he'd said. I'm sure I probably smacked my forehead and said, why didn't I think of that? The song features a French spoken part from Britt Eklund, who was Stewart's girlfriend at the time. While primarily recorded at Muscle Shoals, the final vocal was recorded at Caribou Ranch Studios, where Stewart, Eklund, and producer Tom Dowd spent several days.
Caribou Ranch. That's where they recorded all the all the Joe Walsh early stuff.
The high altitude result was a vocal an octave higher than C-based versions. Some radio stations play edits of the song, shortening the coda as well as the whispers because they were deemed to be too suggestive for airplay, where the songs could be banned from being played on the air. The saxophone solo is by Jerry Jumonville.
You know.
Do you know that person?
No, but with a name like that, I'm sure he got a lot of work.
Apparently.
Let me tell you something.
All right.
The song's creepy.
Okay.
Number one song in 77 is Creepy.
All right.
You know what else is a creepy song? Do You Think I'm Sexy? You know what else is a creepy song? Maggie May. You know what else is creepy? Every fucking song that guy sings.
Okay. Do you not like Rod Stewart?
I don't like Rod Stewart. You know, the only time I like Rod Stewart is in the Jeff Beck group in the 1960s. Other than that, I don't like Rod Stewart at all. He's a creep.
All right. Well, you can think he's a creep. That's fine.
That rumor about him with the semen in his stomach, I think it's based on something.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with that.
I don't either, but I'm just saying, the guy's creepy.
When we were little, these rumors got around, and they were just so outlandish. There was just no way that they could be true.
Frank Zappa ate poop on stage.
Did he?
No.
See? Well, there you go. There you go. He did not eat poop on stage. I never even heard that was a rumor.
I want to eat poop on stage. It's my new album.
I just want to say that we came into this episode to do 1977.
I thought this was just all about the music, man.
No.
Oh, so there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on in 1977. All right, what do we got next?
What do we got next? All right, top grossing movies. I think you've already hit on one.
All right.
Number 10, The Spy Who Loved Me.
My name is Bond. James Bond. Since we first met, you've joined me on 9 of my missions. My latest, and if I'm not careful, my last assignment, will take me to new heights of adventure. New depths of danger. And new areas of excitement.
I have a message for you.
I think you just delivered it. I will come to grips with my most formidable adversaries, be up against the most fascinating women, and handle some of the most fantastic equipment you've ever seen. It won't be easy. But every job has its rewards. In this case, it's the spy who loved me.
Ah, Roger Moore.
A James Bond. I like that one. I like the song.
Uh-huh, I like that.
I often say that this song and Live and Let Die are my two favorite.
Is that Carly Simon?
Yes.
All right.
My two favorite Bond songs.
Nobody Does It Better?
That's right.
Sounds like a beer commercial.
Okay.
Not bad. I'm just saying it's very catchy.
Number 9.
Huh?
Number 9 movie of 1977?
Oh, okay. I thought I was up. I'm
What?
at the deli counter here. Number 9. I'll take a roast beef and Swiss.
The Deep.
Who will solve the mystery of the deep? Robert Shaw.
You've only got 3 minutes.
Jacqueline Bissett.
Something's got left.
Nick Nolte.
There's treasure down there, Gail. I know. I got a feeling, so I gotta go look.
Louis Gossett.
Forced me to take, but you would not let me pay for.
Eli Wallach.
Morphine. 98,000 ampules.
Is anything worth the terror of the deep? Rated PG.
Oh, that movie with Jacqueline Bissett
Yes.
and some smuggling druggering. I remember that one.
I went to that one. So this is the thing. I
Wasn't
went
very good.
with my friend Robin and her brother Stanley.
Robin Quivers?
No.
Oh.
And Blank. Her last name was Blank.
Oh, was she related to Mel?
I don't know, but no, because it was with a K.
Did she have a sister named Felina?
It was just
Felina
Robin.
Blank?
It was Robin, Stanley, and she had a brother who's I'm blanking on his name. But anyway, Stanley was like the older brother, and somehow he got roped in taking me and Robin to the movie theater. And in Dover, New Jersey, there was a beautiful old movie theater, just beautiful old movie theater. And we went and saw The Deep, and I think we thought it was going to be like Jaws.
Yeah.
And it was way beyond me, and it was pretty dirty at times. I think there was nipples.
Yeah.
It was
It wasn't a good movie, though.
It was not a movie for 10-year-olds to be seeing with her 15 or 16-year-old brother. It was fucking absurd.
I think it was rated R, perhaps.
I just remember thinking, I don't like this movie. It's weird.
It wasn't. I don't recall it being a very good movie, actually.
Well, it was number 9 that year. Number 8.
Okay.
What, you wanted to say something
No,
more?
go on.
You can. I don't care.
No, go on now.
Number 8. A Bridge Too Far.
I don't even know what that is.
We've paid for that bridge and we're going to collect.
We're going to fly 35,000 men 300 miles and drop them behind enemy lines. It'll be the largest airborne operation ever mounted. Quite frankly, this kind of thing's never been attempted before. We shall seize the bridges, it's all a question of bridges, with thunderclap surprise, and hold them until they can be secured. And we go next Sunday.
7 days.
The sooner we go, the better. We've got them on the run.
Joseph E. Levine presents A Bridge Too Far. Based on Cornelius Ryan's international bestseller. The story of the most dramatic and devastating battle of World War II.
Is that Sylvester Stallone? Sylvester Stallone was in a war movie. What was that one called? Maybe. I think it was a war movie. I feel like he was playing soccer or something.
Oh, Victory.
Yeah. That wasn't very good either.
That I don't think I went and saw that. I'm not a big fan of war movies. They just don't interest me. I like to go and have fun.
Yeah.
Let's see what this Bridge Too Far is. Operation Market Garden, September 1944. The Allies attempt to capture several strategically important bridges in the Netherlands in hope of breaking the German lines.
Jeepers.
So,
fun stuff.
Yeah.
Who's in that one?
Sean Connery, Ryan O'Neal, Michael Caine.
One of those monster ones. They were trying to compete with Deer Hunter.
Maybe.
Which hadn't come out yet. Thank you very much.
Okay.
But it was that kind of thing. All right. Next.
Yeah. All right. Number 7. Oh, God.
Hello out there. This is God again. I just thought you'd like to know how my new movie, Oh God, starring George Burns and John Denver, turned out. I'm a big hit. Sacco, buffo. Rave reviews and long lines at the box office. Who would have thought in 1977 God would be so big? I haven't heard that much praise since I parted the Red Sea. Oh God, from Warner Brothers, rated PG.
Now playing.
I like that one. That was funny.
It was funny, wasn't it?
Yes, that's a good one. And I also like Oh God, Book 2. Was that what it was called?
I don't like any of them that didn't have John Denver in them.
Oh God, It's You. Oh God, Book 2. Something like that.
Oh God, Book 2. I think I had somebody else in there.
George Burns was good.
He's very good.
I even like George Burns with that kid in that movie where they exchange bodies or something. What was that? Is that one? Am I right?
The
kid with he was like smoking a cigar.
Wasn't it Kirk Cameron?
Was it? It was quite absurd when I saw it many years ago. I'm not going to say it was good, but it was certainly funny.
I think it was the start of a gazillion of those types of shows, right?
Yeah, it was like
a Freaky Friday.
Precursor to Big.
Well, I guess Freaky Friday was the start of all that.
Right.
Let's see. 18 again.
Yes. Okay, go on. Next movie.
Number 6. In Search of Noah's Ark.
Oh my God. What is it with the religious movies in 1977?
There is a mountain in eastern Turkey known as Mount Ararat. It's a beautiful mountain, towering 17,000 feet above the Turkish frontier. It is also the mountain believed by many to hold one of mankind's greatest mysteries. For ever since man first began to write, it has been written that Mount Ararat was the landing place of Noah's Ark. The motion picture you are about to see will attempt to unravel this 5,000-year-old mystery. We'll try to determine if the story of Noah is true, and if the ark, in fact, does rest on the slopes of Mount Ararat.
This is an investigation into the theory that Mount Ararat in Turkey is the final resting place of Noah's Ark.
That's the number what movie?
That was the number 6 movie for all of 1977.
I find that so hard to believe. That's insanity.
Okay.
But okay.
It only gets a 4.7 out of 10 from IMDb.
I mean, what is that? How is that number 7 of 1977? Didn't fucking Spielberg have a movie out that year?
No. Yes. And his is number 2. All right.
All right.
Number 5.
Yeah.
A movie that I very much liked.
Yes.
The Goodbye Girl.
Thank you, Neil Simon, for one of this year's best films, Time Magazine. He's moving in. She's not moving out.
Make it faster.
I sublet this apartment.
Good night.
It's not exactly love at first sight.
5 minutes.
The only practical solution is that we share the apartment.
Richard Dreyfuss
I don't like the panties drying on the rod.
and Marcia Mason.
You're just too weird to live with.
Neil Simon's The Goodbye Girl, rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you.
Oh, I like that one. Classic.
It is classic.
Classic Dreyfuss.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Naked Dreyfuss with the guitar. That's all I remember.
Dreyfuss had a great few years after Jaws.
Yeah.
I will say.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Number 4.
All right.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Jackie Gleason is Sheriff Buford T. Justice, and he's looking for Burt Reynolds, Jerry Reed, and 400 cases of bootleg beer.
I gotta barbecue your...
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
See Burt Reynolds, Sally Field, Jerry Reed, and Jackie Gleason in Smokey and the Bandit. Rated...
Starts Friday at your favorite theater. Check your local newspaper for the one nearest you.
Ah, that's a good one.
That's an excellent one.
I like Gleason.
Dude, being a kid in 1977 and seeing Smokey and the Bandit, that's just a fucking treat. Number 3, a movie I did not like. A movie I think is terrible.
Oh, what is it?
Saturday Night Fever.
You know how many times somebody told me I was good in my life? Twice. This race today and dance at the disco.
His name is Tony Manero. Every guy wants to dance like him.
He's very good, huh? He's the best. Hey, man, he's great.
Every girl wants to be with him. John Travolta is Tony Manero in Saturday Night Fever. Catch it. Rated R.
I'm surprised that wasn't number 2.
You won't be when you hear what number 2 is.
All right, what's number 2?
Saturday Night Fever is so shitty, so terribly acted, so terribly edited. The story is terrible. Everything is terrible. Everything is terrible. It is the worst number 3 top grossing movie of 1977 of all time. That is my opinion.
All right, well, it had some amusing moments.
Yeah, the rape. The rape is amusing.
I love the rape.
Yeah, no. Anyway, it's just a terrible movie. It's not even beyond that. It's just terrible. The only good thing about it is Angie. And she got her own series not long after that, and I loved her. All right, number 2, top grossing movie of 1977, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The experience of an ordinary man shared by people from all over the world, drawn to a single spot by a compulsion they don't understand, to witness the most dramatic event in the history of the human race. And when the communication begins, it is fantastic. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Ah, well, that's
Another
a good one.
Richard Dreyfuss, so he had a really good
Now, that will
1977.
pay for a lot of cocaine.
What?
2 number 10 box office hits in the same year.
You think Dreyfuss was on the cocaine?
Do I think? Yeah, but yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because it's a known fact.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know these things.
The man was over the top. At one point, he passed out driving his car in Beverly Hills or something, L.A., and smashed into a telephone pole.
All right, well, things happen.
Well, they did happen.
I see. Well, also there was this little trouble with Kevin Spacey and Dreyfuss's son, so maybe he was hopped up then too. I don't know.
He's always hopped up. He's irresponsible. It doesn't make him a bad actor.
No, it doesn't. He's an excellent actor. I can't take that away from him. Number one, as you already guessed in the first 30 seconds of this episode, Star Wars.
Star Wars. It is more than just a successful movie. It is a box office phenomenon. The film is breaking attendance records all over the country. Not since Jaws have so many people stood in line to see a movie. Alan Ladd Jr., an executive at 20th Century Fox, whose film it is, talked about the reasons for its appeal.
I think it's just good and evil. The simplicity of the whole story is what really makes it work. It's a fantasy, and I think we all grew up in a fantasy world, and I think that it works on that level.
Star Wars cost $9 million to produce. It will bring in at least 10 times that amount. As a result, the price of 20th Century Fox stock has doubled in the last 2 weeks. There are no sex scenes in Star Wars. Unlike Jaws, it doesn't frighten people. It's just an old-fashioned cowboy movie set in space with mind-boggling special effects.
It's old-fashioned, escapist entertainment, pure and simple, with no moral, no message. And it appears this is what just about everybody in the country is in the mood for. Douglas Kiker, NBC News, Washington.
Yeah, and I'm more into the one that was a spoof of it, where they had the vacuum cleaner.
Spaceballs.
No, it was like a low-budget short, and they had like appliances flying around. You don't know what I'm talking about? Appliances.
Hardware Wars?
I think that might be it.
Hardware Wars. You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll kiss $3 goodbye. Coming soon to a theater near you. Get in line now. May the farce be with you.
Hardware Wars is a 1978 short film parody of a teaser trailer for the science fiction film Star Wars. The 13-minute film, which was released almost 18 months after Star Wars, mainly consisted of inside jokes and visual puns that heavily depended upon audience familiarity with the original. The theme song is Richard Wagner's famous Ride of the Valkyries.
I believe it had vacuum cleaners and that. I think almost like a. I bet the people who did Mystery Science Theater saw that and were influenced by it.
A household steam iron flies through space, fleeing a toaster which fires toast at it.
Exactly.
Two robots named 4Q2, who look like the Tin Man from the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, and Artie Deco, a canister vacuum cleaner, escape from the evil empire.
There you go.
All
You
right.
never saw that?
I have never seen this.
Oh, it's all animated. It's absurd.
It had a budget of $8,000 and made $1 million.
Wow. That's insane.
That's successful.
Damn successful.
Good for them. I will link it and I will watch it.
All right. What's our next area of 1977?
Well, I was going to talk about the top 10 shows.
Broadway?
No, not Broadway.
Oh, when you say show, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, TV.
I don't like you, Dave. We're not friends.
Well, I'm serious. You said shows. I thought you meant fucking Broadway over here.
I didn't. I didn't mean fucking Broadway over here.
All right. Broadway show.
Us.
Eh? You're
upsetting.
All right, I got one for you.
I
Let me
don't
pick one
want
out.
it. Okay.
1977.
Hold on.
I got the show right here. Know what it's called?
What is it?
Soap.
Number 10.
Okay.
One Day at a Time.
Klinger. No, I mean Schneider.
I did not like One Day at a Time.
Oh, I kind of liked it.
You did?
I didn't mind it.
I liked Little Valerie Bertinelli. And then I liked, what's his name? Caleb's friend.
Glenn Scarpelli.
Glenn Scarpelli. But I did not like Bonnie Franklin.
And I suppose you didn't like Mackenzie Phillips.
I didn't mind Mackenzie Phillips. I just didn't like Bonnie Franklin. She was a little, I don't know, there was something off-putting about her that I could not, at my age of 10, I could not get behind her.
She had a bad attitude.
I don't know what it was, honestly. I don't know what it was. I didn't like her. So I wasn't a big fan of that show. Number 8 was a tie. MASH and Alice.
MASH should be number 1. Alice can stay where it is.
I see. Okay.
I liked Alice. It was good.
I liked Alice.
It was one of the shitty ones, but it was good. The thing that was good about it was Vic Tayback.
Yeah, and then that other lady, Kiss My Grits. I remember when we were little, we used to say, Kiss My Grits all the time.
God, they ran that into the ground.
Well, the little kids like to say it. It's like
every TV show had to have a catchphrase. Dynamite.
There you
Kiss
go.
My Grits.
Hey. Anyway, so Alice was okay. I like Vic Tayback. He was gruff. I didn't love that show.
Well, honestly, it wasn't a great show.
I think when I was little, I liked shows with changing scenery more. And I think I got bored when everybody was in the same spot all the time. So.
Well, it was a diner.
It was a diner almost all the time. So I don't think when I was 10, I dug that too much.
They should have called it Mel's Diner. Fuck Alice.
Yeah. Number 7. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Or did you want to say something about
No,
MASH?
I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, MASH?
Yeah.
No, everyone knows MASH is the best.
Okay. Number 7. Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, yeah. How is that more popular than MASH? Well, who's voting on this? People in the 70s or people now?
These were the top-rated primetime shows.
Back then?
Yes.
All right. You know what? This is the thing.
Yeah.
MASH was a little too graphic.
Well, I think MASH enjoyed its number 1 times. Just this particular year, it was not number 1.
A little too close to the... Oh, okay. Go on.
Little House on the Prairie was an hour long. It was based on a popular children's...
I did not like it one bit.
Oh, you didn't?
No, it bored the shit out of me.
Oh, I liked it a lot.
I found nothing that I liked about it.
I liked it a lot.
Too many girls.
But I didn't love Nellie Olson. She made me very anxiety-ridden because she was such a bad girl. She was very, very, very bad.
I feel like it was a ripoff of the Waltons.
I mean, the Little House on the Prairie books, I mean, I read them as a little kid, so it wasn't, maybe the Waltons made it okay to do a period piece, I guess, but Little House on the Prairie was...
Waltons is the Little House on... Well, I'm sorry, what?
Little House on the Prairie was a established series prior to the
like
TV
the
show.
Hardy Boys.
Exactly.
Which I liked a lot more.
Number 4.
The Hardy Boys.
We've got a 3-way tie. 60 Minutes.
No count.
Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
And All in the Family.
Whoa, really?
So I'm just gonna say in 1977 I was all about Charlie's Angels.
Well, let me ask you something. What do you like more, All in the Family or Charlie's Angels?
Today or back then?
Back then you liked
I
Charlie's
told you
Angels.
I like Charlie's Angels better.
Now you realize what All in the Family is. All right, well.
No, I don't. You know what? Again, All in the Family, I thought it was funny when I was 10, but again, they didn't change the scenery a lot. That is a real...
You must have liked Rockford Files.
I loved Rockford Files.
That was a lot of scenery change. Plus they had an angel.
Are you kidding me? I loved Jim Rockford with my whole heart. I loved him.
All right.
So, I was easily bored by the background and
So Charlie's Angels, that's pretty much a groundbreaking show in a weird way. 3
chicks doing all these crazy battling things and being good at stuff. It was great.
Much better show than Alice.
Yes.
Alice is like a shitty show.
Well, see, this is the thing. Alice is a half-hour comedy, and Charlie's Angels was like a drama with comic moments, I guess.
This was number 2?
No, they were these three, 60 Minutes, Charlie's Angels, and All in the Family were, no.
Number 3.
We're all tied for number 4.
Number 4. I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so 60 more. What's number 3?
Number 3 is Three's Company.
Okay. That was in its prime right then, I think.
Yes.
You're telling me that Real People is on this list?
I'm telling you.
That's incredible.
That this is the top 10, and those. I'll tell you that Soap is number 13 that year.
Whoa, man. Not in my house.
The Waltons was number 20.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome Back, Kotter was 26.
What? What was number? All right, what's number 3?
I just told
what's
you.
What's number 2? I mean,
did you have anything to say about Three's Company?
Loved Three's Company. Very funny show, I thought at the time, but of course it was. I also knew that it was a crappy show.
Yeah.
A very funny, crappy show because it has Norman Fell,
who
was brilliant.
Yes.
And then Don Knotts, who wasn't too shabby himself.
No.
So Larry the neighbor, great cast.
I loved the whole cast. Yes.
So I liked it. And I liked the theme song.
Yes, but I didn't love when Chrissy Snow left and they started bringing in.
Like, then it jumped the shark, as they say.
The carousel of blondes that were never going to be as good.
And the Regal Beagle. Okay.
Yeah, that one had enough scene changes because it was sometimes they were in the kitchen, sometimes they were in the living room, sometimes they were at the Ropers, sometimes they were at the Regal Beagle. See, that had enough changes for me.
77, okay.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Barney Miller. Not Barney Miller.
Barney Miller was number 17 that year.
All right.
Number 2, Happy Days.
Oh, that is a Happy Day. Well, I in 1977, I liked Happy Days. That was the year that I liked Happy Days.
It was?
Yeah, I liked it then.
Yeah, I liked it too.
It was still good. It was fresh.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I think everyone liked Happy Days. That's why it's number 2.
Might have been one of my favorite shows at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it was like I can't miss Happy Days.
I think it was on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Channel 7.
Okay.
What do you think of them apples?
Maybe.
All right. And then after it, they put on Laverne and Shirley,
which is our number 1.
What the fuck, man? Really?
Laverne and Shirley, number 1.
Yeah, they had them back to back. Or am I mistaken?
No, they had them back to back, I think, for a while. And maybe eventually they got their own nights. I don't recall offhand, but Laverne and Shirley just beating out Happy Days in 77. Laverne and Shirley with a 31.6 rating and Happy Days with a 31.4.
Gary Marshall rocking it.
Yeah, and honestly, ABC really pretty much dominating the top 10.
Yeah, ABC was number 1 there for a little while.
And they have number 1, 2, and 3, and then they also had Charlie's Angels. They also had
They had ABC Radio, which was also probably number 1. Okay. I think it was still doing music then.
Yes, we did a whole show about radio. Anyway, so ABC also had How the West Was Won, 8 Is Enough, Soap, Love Boat,
Wide World of Sports,
Monday Night Football, Fantasy Island, Barney Miller.
Monday Night Football they had. That was big for them.
Sunday Night Movie, Monday Night Movie, The Incredible Hulk, Family, Welcome Back, Kotter. So they had quite a bit of the entries here on this top 30 list.
Huh.
But this was 1977 Nielsen Media Research.
All right.
That's it for the media for the 77. I was going to go into news and stuff. Let's see. Apple Computer Incorporated in 1977. The world's first personal computer, the Commodore PET, is demonstrated at the Consumer Electronics Show in Chicago. Gary Gilmore executed by firing squad in Utah.
A familiar name. What did he do again?
Well, the man who said Utahns don't want executions was proved wrong today. Gary Gilmore was shot to death by a firing squad, and Bill Brown reports from the prison.
They said he had a death wish, but Gary Gilmore didn't. He explained that if forced to choose between years in prison and swift execution, he would take death. Today, Utah gave him his choice. At 5 minutes after 8 o'clock in the morning, 5 civilian riflemen, none of them law officers, shot the murderer through the heart. Gilmore became the first criminal executed in this country in almost 10 years. Gary Gilmore brutally murdered 2 young men, and now he's paid the full price demanded by society. But the controversy over capital punishment that he began will not end with his death. Bill Brown, Newswatch 2, the Utah State Prison.
His life and execution were the subject of the 1979 nonfiction novel The Executioner Song by Norman Mailer, and 1982 TV film of the novel starring Tommy Lee Jones as Gilmore.
Yeah. All right.
So
sounds like a low life, no big deal criminal, and for some reason he's famous.
Well, he's a piece of shit who got what he deserved in the end. But you were right about the Son of Sam. David Berkowitz was arrested in August of 1977.
Good evening. David Berkowitz, 24 years old, a postal worker, walked out of his Yonkers apartment last night, turned the ignition key in his car, and found himself surrounded by police. Well, he said, "You got me." Police say those words ended the biggest manhunt in New York City history with the capture of Son of Sam.
After more than 13 months of following thousands of leads down endless blind alleys, the detectives of the Brooklyn Omega Squad, part of that 300-cop 44-killer manhunt, captured the man they say is Son of Sam. The ice-cold trail heated up suddenly during the past week. A Brooklyn woman who saw a car parked illegally and occupied by a strange-looking man moments before she heard the shots of the last Son of Sam attack finally contacted police.
The man come towards me, and he looked me straight in the face. He looked at my dog, and right here, we crossed each other. So he had his arm straight down. He had a long thing like a bell sticking up his sleeve, and he made a left turn. I heard a boom. I didn't know he was a killer. I didn't know. He looked nice.
Police transported David Berkowitz from headquarters to Brooklyn Central Booking. After, my sources say, he confessed to being the 44 killer. After he told them he was a killing machine, ordered by a voice speaking through a neighbor's dog to carry out his bloody outrages against young, pretty women.
Who was obsessed with, what's her name? From Taxi Driver.
Oh, I think, was that Berkowitz? Or was that Mark David Chapman? Oh, no, it was Hinckley Jr.
Oh.
John Hinckley Jr., the guy who shot...
Reagan?
Reagan, yes.
Gotcha.
Which was not in 1977. August 16th, 1977, Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, dies in his home in Graceland at age 42.
Good evening. Elvis Presley died today. He was 42. Apparently it was a heart attack. He was found at his home in Memphis, not breathing. His road manager tried to revive him. He failed. A hospital tried to revive him. It failed. His doctor pronounced him dead at 3 o'clock this afternoon. The end, at an early age, of one of the 2 most spectacular careers in the history of American entertainment, the other being Frank Sinatra's. The very symbol of sex for all of the millions or hundreds of thousands of teenagers was married only once, and then relatively late. The couple had 1 child, a daughter. The marriage did not last very long. It ended in divorce.
That was monumental.
It was a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The Voyager program is launched.
The Voyager team of engineers and scientists spent 7 years designing and planning for the exploration of Jupiter and Saturn. The spacecraft are endowed with intricate logic systems and, when necessary, can make their own decisions without contact from Earth. They carry instruments for 11 science investigations of the outer planets and their moons. The radio link with Earth is channeled through a large dish-shaped antenna that dominates the spacecraft. 2 television cameras are the eyes of the spacecraft. They can be aimed with great precision. These instruments detect the unseen forces that swirl around these distant worlds.
Now, the Voyager is so far from us now at this point. It's been on the go for, 40, 50 years or whatever. And it's still transmitting back here.
4 decades later, and Voyager 1 is almost 21 billion kilometers away from us in interstellar space. It is the farthest human-made object from Earth. The slightly slower Voyager 2 is currently at the outermost edge of our solar system. Voyager 1's mission has included flybys of Jupiter and Saturn. Both space probes carry an audiovisual disc in the event it's ever found by other intelligent life forms, and carries greetings in 55 different languages.
How is it doing that?
Where is it?
It's far the fuck away.
Well, I don't know.
It's out of our solar system. It's interstellar, they say. But how in 1977 were they able to come up with something that transmits back that far? I mean, the moon is a big deal, but this thing is fucking far the fuck out.
How do they power it for that long?
It's got solar power. But they say that by 2025, it's going to be too far away to have any power.
And then it'll just be gone? We'll never get it back?
Oh, it was never destined to come back.
So what, it just flies around and crashes into something and causes problems or something somewhere else?
It just is, I don't think it's ever hit anything. It just is straight.
It's never going to hit anything?
No. I mean, it hasn't in all these years, but it's just traveling and traveling until it is no longer able to use energy from, I guess, I don't want to say the sun, but maybe just radiation in general, some sort of radiation.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Very interesting.
How is that was done? How is it that that's possible from 1977?
I don't know.
All right. Bat Out of Hell was released in 77.
Huh.
But that became huge in 78.
I see.
Let's see. Roots begins its phenomenally successful run on ABC.
Tonight, we present a landmark in television entertainment. Roots. The true story Alex Haley uncovered in his 12 years search across the 7 generations of his ancestry. After 2 years of production, we present this incredible saga in an epic motion picture, Roots, starring Ben Vereen, Edward Asner, Lorne Greene, Cicely Tyson, O.J. Simpson, Linda Day George, Chuck Connors, John Amos, Leslie Uggams, Lloyd Bridges, Burl Ives, Louis Gossett Jr., Vic Morrow, George Stanford Brown, Ralph Waite, and introducing LeVar Burton as Kunta Kinte. Now, we are proud to present the triumph of an American family, Roots.
That wasn't in the top 10.
I guess because it wasn't a show, it was a mini-series, so maybe they're not... Did you watch that?
Some of it. I don't recall really following it very well at that age. I didn't pay much attention to it.
Well, we only had one TV, so I kind of, during prime time, I was kind of forced to watch whatever they were watching, so they were definitely watching that. And not long after, I read the book, which was totally inappropriate for somebody who was, 11 or however old I was when I read it. It was totally inappropriate. Totally, it's dirty. It's got dirty parts to it.
Yeah, I never read it.
Yeah, don't let your kid read it. All right. So, this has been episode 102 of the MACK Podcast. If you feel like you've missed 101 other episodes and just cannot wait to hear them, I insist that you head over to mackpodcast.com, where you can find all of those episodes just waiting for you to hit play. We also have an online radio station that was having some weird trouble. Like, it was being flagged by some, like if you have Bitdefender or something on your computer, our radio station was being flagged. Not anymore. I contacted Bitdefender, and it could be that whoever owned the URL before us might have been doing weird shit. I don't even know. But if you go to macradio.com, there's nothing wrong with it. Either somebody before us had something wacky, or it was just a glitch in the matrix. Because Bitdefender has a thing where you can send in your website and say, hey, this is being flagged for no reason. And they look into it, and it was almost immediately unflagged. Like they were like, oh, there's nothing wrong here. So we have an online radio station, and it's a lot of fun. It's music from both of our collections. And one of these days, we're going live on that station. Right, Dave?
Yeah, perhaps it might happen.
Uh-huh. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
No.
You want to wrap it up with something about 1977?
1977 was all about skateboarding and skateboarding.
Yeah? Is that what you were really into?
Skateboarding was big in 1977. Skateboarder magazine. That's what I remember.
Did you buy it, or did you have a subscription?
I had a subscription.
Wow.
You like them apples?
Did you go skateboarding?
I did. I went skateboarding. We would go to skateboard parks. There was the Northport Pipeline.
Where's that?
That was in Northport, Long Island. Yeah. And they had a 90-foot half pipe at the Nanuet Mall.
How did you get there?
I don't recall, but I did hang out with friends who were older than me. Or my parents would drop us off.
Really?
Yeah. And then there was one in Staten Island, too, that was outdoor, but it had a dome type thing like they have on the tennis courts.
So your parents would drive you to Nanuet or Staten Island?
There was one in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, that was like the best skateboard park on the East Coast.
Wow.
And there was one, I believe we went to Vernon Valley. They had one there. Action Park had a little skateboard park for a little while. And
now, would your parents stay and watch, or would they go about and do other stuff, or go home, or?
I think they would drop us off and come back, that kind of thing.
Well, that's cool. That's fun.
Yeah, skateboard parks were amazing back then.
Were you wearing helmets and stuff?
Yeah, we wore helmets and wrist pads and knee pads.
That's cool.
And elbow pads.
And what?
Elbow pads.
Oh.
You could easily break your wrist.
Did you ever break anything doing that?
No. And the word radical was cool back then. It didn't mean like revolution.
It wasn't like rules for radicals. It was just rad.
Radical was, when you did a good skateboard move. It wasn't taking down the fucking government.
Well, there you go.
Although in the 60s it was. But by the 70s it just became like skateboarding.
Right. Excellent. Well,
yeah.
Okay. See?
What else we got? Oh. Nothing. That's it. Let's get the hell out of here. Boom.
Boom. Okay. When you make it seem like you're anxious for the show to end, it kind of makes people
I thought we were wrapping it up.
He doesn't want to be here. Why should I listen to it?
Shush, we're wrapping it up.
All right.
Look at that cat. Perfectly perched. You guys don't see it? Come on, imagine a cat on a chair. He's perched. Boom.
Anyway, thanks so much for listening. If you are interested in hearing Dave's opinions on songs, short form Dave is there are many videos up on the YouTube channel. People seem to want to hear Dave's opinions on music. We have no shortage of suggestions. I have a notebook filled with them, and once a week or so I play some music videos for Dave, and he gives his reactions, his honest reactions. Sometimes those are a little bit hurtful to some people, and they downvote. They downvote en masse. But
you should see the ones we haven't played.
Yeah, there are several. There are several I have not put up because Dave will think. Dave says, "You know what? Let's not put that one up." So head over to our YouTube channel. You can get there by way of the MACK Podcast.com site. There is a link to all of Dave's reaction videos. All right. This has been fun, and this has been our episode all about 1977. See you next time, America.
Take it east.